Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the First Stand 2025 Day 2.
Wash it off.
Yeah, wash it off. And, I mean, Team Liquid, they... Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, who's catching who?
Yeah, it's the sandwich. The audacious charge comes in from Umpty. He is about to get stunned up, though, and Umpty might just start this game off dead. The heal does come on through. Yon, immediate cleanse. That's Captain Jack-esque. You love to see it, but you don't love to see the amount of top esports players chasing down TL, and APA is going to be the one that bites the dust. First blood.
Ash available. Does have the cleanse still. Keeping my eyes... Oh, look at Umpty. Yeah. We talked about it. The level 2 is going to come through very soon.
And Cleanse doesn't do anything against any of these. Double knockup comes through from Core. He will get stunned up, but Jackie Love is in so much trouble. Umpty just a bit body block, but it does not matter. He puts that spear to Jackie and takes him down. And so that...
the fake
back scenario.
His way in.
APA is just going to rocket jump. He will be okay. And now Jackie Love in trouble once again. We mentioned the flash cooldown. It is barely up and available. And yep, the door has to wear off. And that is another kill. And that is mission accomplished, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, they've done a really good friendly around the bot side of the map as he looks to try and cover for Jackie Love.
Oh, wait, so they can be friendly and it's just easy, is it?
I think so.
Oh,
yeah.
Man. Oh. All right, well, APA, he's looking for that angle, as you can see. Cream is finally going to get buster shotted, but I was expecting kind of more to happen there. I think Umpty instead decided to keep his position unknown. I don't know how unknown it is. He decides to go in on Jackie Love, who does flash away. The rest of TL were going to make their way over as the Crescent Guard not necessarily keeping him as alive as he wants to. But Yon finds a beautiful ultimate. Umpty also flashing away Cream right in amongst it. And unfortunately, the door doesn't go multiple directions. Cream manages to take the first kill. And TL, he didn't kill one of them. Just one of them. These health bars are so low as Core dives forward. APA flashing out of the way. Wind becomes lightning, but doesn't become anything else. And the dragon is also a problem. The arrow gonna connect.
It is what? And then the arrow comes through. The dragon, in the meantime, is just awkwardly deciding whose alliance it should really form. And then at the end of the day,
6 grubs as well.
It's poor Jackie Love, though. 0-3.
Yeah.
Really has been bullied this
I was joking
game.
when I said that the goal is to kill Jackie Love more than one time.
Spawn heard you. He took that personally,
It
man.
seems to be that, like, I mean, he succeeded. They're also looking for Cream. True shot barrage, not enough. As Cream is pushed away. I do want to say, though, this is the Cream that we wanted to see yesterday.
Well, Team Liquid are in position to contest the Herald. APA in a bit of danger.
All right, Chris moves on forward. There's an ulti, and APA should just be dead, but Cream tanking this turret, and he gets the heal from Chris, and he's going to be A-OK. Minions there at the ready as well, so not needing to worry about this one. And that could just be this outer turret being taken down as well.
I mean, Cream is
6
getting
grubs
monstrous at this point.
Yeah.
He is doing a really good job on the side lane. I love his coordination with Crisp as well. They really locked up APA, mitigating his options. He did have the flash available, chose not to use it, thinking he could find an avenue for an outplay. But unfortunately for APA, he does not quite find it. Meaning that Cream now 3-0 gold advantage over his lane opponent. Cream's in a great position, but this will be great data. As someone who's not really a believer in this champion, if he can't carry from this position, I feel like I'll have pretty compelling evidence.
Yeah, and if not, you've seen what a good Aurora is supposed to look like.
100%.
And Crisp, he's going to get knocked up. He is a man with a door and not very many friends in this area. And so he will get stunned up. Arrow going to connect there as well as the Crescent Guard is used interestingly. Meanwhile, teleport comes in from Cream and the heroic entrance to try and save the jungler of TL. This is a little bit of a nightmare as Crisp has the door, but Impact just says, get the heck out of here. Rains down that punch with the passive, still finds himself in no man's land and will be shut down. A 2 for 2 in the end. And TL going to continue pushing here in mid.
A chaotic back and forth. Top Esports, 2 towers in their name. They got themselves the Herald. They're putting pressure down onto this side attack. And look at the minimap. The Gallia rotating down while 369 continues to push up. APA grouping with the team as well.
Ooh, a little bit of an engagement here as Cream completely pushed away. APA finding an ultimate that he was looking for as Cream's all over the place. Meanwhile, though, Umpty taking a lot of damage. Impact as well, not as tanky as he otherwise wants to be. And it's a 1-for-1. The problem is it's a 1-for-1 and there's a lot of damage onto that outer turret into the mid lane. And control is still there from Top Esports.
Feels like with 369 in the area, Team Liquid.
And the equalizer both available as well.
They have too many resources. Kanavi has found Core JJ, but it's just more of a warning punch.
Oh, Yon, that's not where he wants to be. The flash does come on through. He cleanses to avoid the slow, and it's heroic from Umpty, but he's still done the equalizer to pick off the 80 carry. And it was only a matter of time, the delay, as TES used all those resources to take down TL.
And just as we say it, Team Liquid, it was a dangerous approach. They'd already used so much in the prior fight. Top Esports still had so many resources left. And the moment that Yon oversteps 369, he sees the avenue of attack. He flashes onto the 80 carry of Team Liquid, and that was really what started off the demise of TL.
The map is getting smaller and smaller here for Team Liquid. As Umpty learning that the hard way. Does Blast going his way out to safety though.
Pressure is good. Arrow comes through.
Oh, connects there on to the Galio. So he is pretty tanky. He's still going to flash. Actually don't even know whether he needed to. He's looking pretty tanky, but Jackulov still hasn't caught up just yet, and he's got 2 items, Kraken Slayer as well as that Hurricane.
Credit to Jackulov, by the way. He was relentlessly camped, but he's done a great job of bouncing back. Cream, I think, has made a few positional errors. It's kind of cost his lead in the side lane, but you can see that he's still able to find some nice trades against APA. He's a 4 level behind APA, though, as the Atakan is being started off.
Yeah, this is somewhat dangerous. Teleport's available for both of the solo lanes on TL's side. Still a few seconds away for 369, but it doesn't seem to matter too much as he is in this area. And so Cream, he comes down. TL still haven't pulled the trigger just yet. Remember that combo as the quickness does come on down. Jackulov is targeted, and there's the Galio delivery. They take down the Ashe immediately. 369 still a fair bit of damage, but Cream pushed away. Umpty very low, but he's done his job for now. Able to move his way out, audaciously charging towards Atakan as it's down to 1,000 health. It's ridiculous. They lose their jungle as Impact realizes that Kanavi's here with a smite, and he can do nothing about it. The Atakan is going to be taken. The Atakan is going to be taken. And it looked so good until it was terrible. All right, never mind. Cream going to be taken out. Here is Yon looking for even more. Chris running. Remember, this is only them being sent back to bait. No, never mind. It was the other Atakan that I didn't even think existed as the door runs out at just the wrong time. And 369 throwing these harpoons, but Yon is second. All right.
I mean, the reality is...
Give it to me straight. How bad is it for TL?
It's pretty bad. I wouldn't say that it's unwinnable.
Exactly enough for him to be a real threat. Does kind of want to get towards 3. We'll see whether he has enough time to do so as Umpty looking to clear away as much of his jungle as he can, stay as relevant as possible. Spirit Visage is completed as Core JJ finds a bit of a knock-up onto Kanavi. The Kanavi does not care about that 1 iota. There's now Impact coming in, but he's heroically entrancing onto nothing, because Core JJ's already dead. The Winds of War come down, though. Knock up onto Cream is decent. APA not auto-attacking, and Yon wasn't quite there yet. And so, unfortunately, it's just not quite enough. Cream able to go golden to avoid the turret taking him down. And now Jackie, he's got his fangs in. The frost shot onto Yon, and there's the last auto. The revenge for the Ashe, as now they're going to take down this inner turret. And, man, they could take a whole lot more as well, as the Baron could be an opportunity here for Top Esports.
Zero hesitation. Top Esports, they collapse onto Team Liquid, and they just tear them apart. With the Baron open, it's an easy objective to convert it into. A level 17 369. And when we get to see the replay, you'll notice how it's just so quick in how they collapse, because they turn their attention onto Core, and then APA can't really join the fight because of the positioning.
Certainly should, especially with what happened afterwards, which was the Baron being taken without too much of a contest. As we're having a look at Core JJ running really quickly, getting a nice little double knock-up. Let's see whether they actually manage to find something good here as Yon. I'm not sure about that arcane shift, just wanting to try and get behind the door as APA, he manages to get a kill. They take down Jackulov once again, and that was one of their missions. But unfortunately, I don't think it's going to keep their Nexus alive as APA, no Buster Shot, no chance. Actually does have the Buster Shot, so never you mind. Able to use that. It's going to buy him a few extra seconds. There you go. Rocket Jump as well. Blast Cone, not even used. Uses it to get rid of Kanavi instead. That's very, very cute. And yeah, he will go down. So it buys a bit of time, you could say. But in the meantime, 369's taking down the inhibitor. That is the Aurora Vi situation. The best way, it seems to me, from watching this game is to make it not about Aurora Vi, you just make it about Vi Rumble instead.
Oh, yeah.
And that seems to have worked very, very well. As speaking of Aurora, she's going to be in a fair bit of trouble. Looks like Cream is just going to be taken down. The Equalizer going to be stood on. Umpty takes half of his health bar, but now they're going to turn it on to 369 as best they can. And he just gets melted by the Flame Spitter. Core JJ now running for the hills. Yon is also at about 300 health as APA cannot avoid the gigantic fist of Kanavi. And TL, with just their bottom lane remaining, I don't think they're going to be able to defend as these Nexus turrets go down. The door is given, not even a true shot barrage, able to sail over as a grand entrance coming on through. But TL, I think they know that this one is done and dusted. And I think they're happy that 369 cannot play Rumble again in this series. This guy has looked so good. Top Esports really bouncing back from a difficult day one as they take their first Nexus. Nine can do with it. This has been a matchup that has worked either way, but we've seen Aatrox's colossally fail, but when they do get too strong, it's real.
Also, I love the electrocute pickup on Cream, basically giving you the strong burst rotation in lane. Oh, now the threat of a dive is here.
All right, APA just going to go down. That's first blood. Fight back in the bottom lane.
Kanavi, knowing that he's stronger in the 1v1. I mean, what's APA going to do here? Even if he rotates over, his wave's in a bit of an awkward spot. Now the rotation is going to come through. Umpty should feel confident to try and fight this.
Yeah, APA, can he manage to snare him? He does get it off. As Cream, he's going to be moving in, finds yet another set of chains, and there it is! Cool guys don't look at explosions. He's walking away while he's picking up the kill. 2-0 now for this Silas. There's Core JJ moving in. A lot of damage onto Kanavi and APA. He gets himself onto the board.
Indeed.
Cream.
The wave's in a good spot for Yon. Core JJ with level 6. Oh.
All right. There's the spiraling as Cream's in trouble. The Bramble's gonna deserve a flash here as Cream is just going to sidestep and he is A-OK. All right, in comes Kanavi. APA gonna get taken down. Cream taking some damage. Umpty just cannot close the gap though. And 3 digits yet though, so that's good news.
Again, so optimistic.
Yeah, right.
Cast, you know what I mean? Always looking at the bright side.
Well, this may not necessarily be as much as Top Esports are moving down. Trying to push them away as the Brambles come out. Nature is grasping. They do manage to get a few as Kanavi just says no, gives them the shield. And in goes Umpty. They still want to find it. Depth Charge comes down. Pop Blossom connects onto a couple. Kanavi does go down, but there's the Fate's Call to make sure that Core JJ is safe.
They follow up onto 369.
They also get 369's flash there as well. Felt like he was pretty dead to rights regardless. Top Esports still going to be able to grab themselves this Dragon apple at this point in time.
A crucial item as well.
Yeah. Beck should be able to avoid these Infernal Chains, and you can see he's able to do so, but the Darkened Blade just kind of makes things unfair as, okay, in they go once again. The double knockups are gorgeous, but the Pop Blossom is set up, and Yon takes so much damage. There's Kanavi, lands the spear, and Umpty just there a little bit too late. The bottom lane eviscerated, and Top Esports once again on top.
Great idea from Team Liquid, but the response from Kanavi was just that much better. Nice use of the ultimate to collapse incredibly quickly, and the 2v2 ends in disaster. That ulti from Crisp as well, providing some much needed crowd control.
Yeah.
But 2 members of TL end up falling.
Man, it looked like things were working out, right? The depth charge, getting those double knockups. When you don't have enough damage to take them down, the Pop Blossom really can turn. Core JJ, grats. Does have a 27 gold advantage. Cream not able to find those chains, but only because Yon's able to have the reaction time to get out of the way. 369 gonna get all outed here as the Otacon walls making things confusing. Let's see whether this solo kill can come on through as the thumbs up as well. In comes Umpty, he knew that he was dead, and so Impact able to grab himself. What was
Top Esports composition spikes really hard. It's a scary position for TL to be in because this is where Top Esports can really break the game open.
Well, they're looking for a dive onto 369. And there's the Fate's Call to start it off. Let's see whether they can get enough burst because he could just get a bunch of that back. And you can see, oh man, the Ren does finally, never mind, it's not enough. And 369 stays alive through it all. Finally, the all out, but 369 still alive. They have to flash for it. And TES, they threw the kitchen sink at 369 and he just said, thank you very much, I'm remodeling my house.
As Leonidas once said, give them nothing but take from them everything as Team Liquid lose.
I mean, I can tell you right now, it just wasn't worth. It just wasn't worth.
It really wasn't. I think TL were kind of feeling themselves, hoping to try and keep up that momentum of taking 369 off the map. And now APA, oh dear. I don't think he's getting out of this one. Decent little fear, but that spiraling despair. This one is the scary one. As Kanavi wanted to give this kill over to Cream. Takes a little bit of time, but eventually it is going to be APA on the floor. And that really felt like a back-breaking moment there towards the bottom lane. Now insult added to injury. As Impact just looking to see what he can do here. The all-out does come on down. Pop Blossom coming through. Umpty is going to be here as well. But Impact just not enough damage here. I think Impact is really feeling the fact that he's the one with an advantage. Trying to utilize it as best he can, but it's just not quite enough.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. Impact with the right idea. Maybe he can get a flash out from Jackie Love. If even a single summoner spell could be enough to provide an opportunity for you to turn the game around. But unfortunately, it ends up just being a trade of ultimates. Cream continues to build his lead in the side lane as after APA losing his life, it opens up this tower. And just look at the state of the map.
Yeah.
It's 4 towers to 1, 10 kills to 5. It's a 6K gold lead. And we're just cresting the 20-minute mark. They're going to try again.
You do not succeed, just go for it again. This time it's Umpty and Jan trying to get the work done. But 369 also, he's realized that
Ruinous Otacon. So much Ruinous Otacon.
I know, this is so, yeah, voracious. I really love that Otacon. It was
like every game,
so
Ruinous. Like we just can't get away from it.
Well, actually, do you know what it feels like for me? It feels like now that it's just been changed. It's like now we just have a different one. Yeah. Otacon has a, he's Rod of Ages now. Wonder which item he's going to be next time.
Without the context, people Rod of Ages. What do you
I'm looking for Sunfire Cape Otacon. That's going to be a fun one. Just like the burn damage, the aura. That sounds fun.
Impact, I feel like.
A little bit more of a battle. Chains of Corruption, though. Umpty is just dead. APA not able to find too much here as the Pop Blossom on both carries. Jan picks up Core JJ though, and Cream may have overstepped the rend. I don't think it's going to do enough, and Cream wasn't even in range as Jan flashes away trying to keep himself alive, and Crisp, he roots him. There's the piercing arrow. Jackie Love absolutely gorgeously done, and now it is Impact versus the world. The chains connect, the Kingslayer to give back all their health to Cream, and look at these health bars, the aggro management, gorgeous from Top Esports, as that's a clean ace. So Top Esports now with all of the control in this game. You can see the gold difference powered by AWS here as it's fallen off a bit of a Top Esports cliff. And now, possible catch opportunity here, but Umpty realizes, no, it's not. 369 turns up. They've got the lesson when it comes to this Aatrox. And Impact, unfortunately, gonna have to flash away himself. That is not the real Crisp. He's gonna be moving underneath the inhibitor turret. But Dragon was taken. Top Esports looking for this turret as well. Chains of Corruption going to split down the middle. That doesn't matter too much. They're still gonna get their prize. And this gold advantage, 11,000 is, the surmountability factor is quite low, is what I'm gonna say. Impact now, rest of TL. I mean, they're okay for now. The problem is the Top Esports aren't letting them anywhere near any quadrant of their jungle at all. And Umpty just forced to move back. And inside your fountain, there's just not a whole lot of money to gather. Not a whole lot of objectives you can contest. And Kanavi going to throw the Herald through. That is going to be Jackie Love locked down by Core JJ, but unfortunately there is no follow-up, there is no nothing, there is no turret left in this mid lane either. And TL, I mean, they just lose a bunch of health bars and just have to give everything up.
They're out of options, they're out of time, their base is crumbling, and the CC
they want as well just gives Crisp a whole lot of control of this area. But TL with information, and if they give up this Baron, it's likely the end of the game, so you may as well just look for anything you can. Crisp off to the side. This Pop Blossom could be really scary as that's a stolen depth charge thrown towards the Kalista. They try and block 369. It is kind of working beyond. He's actually going to use the passive to get towards him. Piercing arrow not quite long enough. They take down one, but is it going to be enough? And I think the answer, unfortunately, NA fans, is not going to be anything, as Cream is able to clean things up and the rest of TES going to move forward. It's not a clean ace this time around, but that is the only thing he can be happy about, as Jan underneath this inhibitor turret going to get flashed on by Cream. And TES, they can take themselves a Baron, and they could also just choose to end the game.
It looks like they're going to make this series a 2-0, a quick day overall. Atlas as top esports get a nice bounce back after their loss yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. This is going to be Nexus Turret 1 focused, and top esports, this is exactly that bounce back that we were looking for, because some people were saying that HLE were looking like they weren't going to be contested, and top esports saying, no, we just had a bit of an off day, looking absolutely fantastic here up against TL, and we'll see whether that rematch does come on.